Good morning, this is Jillian with AJeweldDesign. This will be Thursday. Well, for you guys, Thursday. For me, it's only a day early. I just couldn't get my head wrapped around designing yesterday. Well, I was also very much into my digital designs, and I really wanted them done so I could just sit and focus on this. So this took off and I was in a rhythm. I didn't feel bad about not stopping and not working on my digital kits. So we are today part 3 of the Sepia Mini Journal kit. Journal with me. Thank you for coming back and continuing on with my slow but continuous project. I finally did, though, get into the groove last night. I had a few minutes where the kids were doing their free time before bed, and hubby was doing his thing, and I thought, let me just come out here. I was going to organize for the day, pull out my supplies, and I started clustering up what I think we want to work on today, so you guys didn't have to sit here and waste God knows how much time me sort of hemming and hawing over what I think I wanted to put on the pages. So, it's good. But today is design day, or not design day. Well, it is a designing, but it is decorating day, the other D. And I want to create one more tag for this pocket because we have nothing in this page pocket. It's all decorated really pretty and stuff, but we don't have anything in it. And I'm sort of running out of things. So we're going to take a cluster of leftover elements and we're going to create that tag. And then I finally decided to trim down these little embellishments to fit as pockets, because I really do want something large enough for a pocket. I don't know what we're putting in it yet, in the pockets, but we are going to cut these down, distress them, and glue them on as pockets. And even though I just realized it's very crooked, why not? The first 2 pages are glued down because that sticky, the washi tape wasn't very cute. So, but I did find this cute. Someone had wrapped one of my purchases that I had made in this really cute pink stuff. And so I used that as a tag. Like, we're not going to go through all of it, but I figured that the back side would be really cute if we just sort of did a little whimsical thing on it. But I have more of this, and I think that's what we're going to use, right, to tie this whole thing together, to keep it together when it's bound, because there is a little bit of palest pink on the front cover. So I thought this would be great, and it's so fun to, like, tie the thing together, right? So when there's plenty of it. So when it's all said and done, it sort of can be tied together and not go flopping around. So that was an awesome find. I think I had it in my spring book and I thought I was going to use it for that. But the color is just so gorgeous and just perfect, I think, for this sepia kit. Because it is sort of, it's just pink enough, but it's not like super overwhelming unless you put a lot of it together. So we've got that. So we got the front cover done. We have that, so we're going to work on the booklet to go on the back cover of that. This one is, I think, completely done. It's decorated, it has a card in it. We finished this, last time. So, we already did the work to that card that goes in it. And this one is super thin, so there's not a whole lot of space. So I'm not going to do anything else to it. We're just going to let it be inserted. We are going to, though, for the tag that goes on the top, I think I'm going to tie on, I have a gold labeled tea bag from Twining, but I'm going to cut these down to fit and glue on there, so you sort of see the gold, but it will be cute little, we're going to enhance that, make it sort of more of a thicker paper charm, I guess, on this tag, right? So there's a little bit of something. Each one of my tags have some kind of fluff on them, right? So we're going to do that. And then a little more distressing, and I liked this here because it is a seed packet, and they're really inexpensive, and I forgot I had these my coins. I'm going to do 25 cents and the word kind. So we're going to put a little something on this one because it's just so empty up here. I just couldn't leave it that way. I'm like, no. So we're going to do a little distressing and quick gluing on that. And I think I'm going to try to put a stamp. We're going to get a little bit of distress stamp up on that also. So that is that idea. And then that's a major collaging that we're doing for that. So there you go, right? Not too much going on. I think we're pretty good. To where maybe we can even start prepping some pages, I'm hoping, for the rest of this. Because this is all the really major decorative pages, but we need to have all that other, vintage stuff in there, or just other papers, like from book pages. I have a great slice of really cool piano paper that I actually scanned and lightened it, so I have both a light and a dark, and I printed it on cardstock, so we're going to trim that down to size and distress it for a page. So, we still have to do a, scrapbook, scrappy paper weaved tag. So maybe we'll get to that today. Maybe once we get this done, maybe we'll try on this one for another tag, because these pages I'm putting in are going to probably need a little something. Whether we put a pocket on it and need a little something extra. I know everything's tags. Isn't that amazing? But they're great for decorative, and they're great to write on the back of. So, except though, I just realized this may be decorative. Because we do the scrap paper on the back, and it's more decorative, which is okay. That's fine too. So, anyway, we will see how this works out. Because this one is a back sheet, and really these two are pretty on their own, and we're going to do my tag. Oh, the 25-cent tag goes back there. So, this one's pretty good to go. Oh, I have a cut on myself. So, oh, I was going to add a butterfly to this one. That's right. So, we are going to do a little bit to the whole pocket, but not so much the individual pieces. That's right. I couldn't forget about that. So, we have some stuff to do today, so hopefully everybody's doing good. I know the weather is all over the board for everybody. Here we are at 75 degrees in California. After, you know, I don't know. We haven't had much. I don't know. We haven't had much rain. We get really, really cold, but we're not below 55 at any given point. I think we had 1 week where we were under 55, which I really thought we'd have more of that with more rain, and we haven't, so bummer. All right, let's go keep it simple, though. We'll do this one. So today I'm going to try to keep it as live as possible and hope that we don't get to a point where I feel like I have to, stop and fast forward through the mayhem, and I'm going to try to stay in focus. Hopefully today my camera does not move as much as it did before. It is really frustrating that it keeps doing that. My phone keeps, settling, I guess. And, I don't know, it just moves me completely, way down. So I will try my darndest to, and then I found this white one I think I'm going to use. My darndest to stay up as high, oh god, I moved all that, as high as possible. So that, even if it does shift, you guys aren't seeing the bottom of I don't know what. Right, it's no good if all you're doing is seeing, I don't know, the bottom or top half of something that isn't going. Alright, so I actually didn't do too bad on that. Gasp. Nice. Okay. And I figured if I cut it just right, we would see enough of what we wanted to see on this. So hopefully everybody, I know Texas was having really bad storms. Back east was getting snow at one point. I think that's all calmed down. I don't know. I don't watch, I'm afraid, a lot of news. Unless something really majorly national type thing comes up, and then I'm like, all right, I guess I better pay attention. I have been better than in the past because I just don't want to hear about it. It's sad, it's depressing. We got enough going on. I don't really need to know more. But I get plenty of notifications, and if I feel it's important, I go look it up. Oh, goodness. Anyway, so we have the weather. Hopefully everybody's surviving whatever that may be. I know we are not even into March yet. We are... So if it's Thursday, it is the, what are we at? The 25th? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Look at my calendar. Look at my, 25th, yes. So Thursday the 25th. And, we still have a few more days of February. And then we're into March, which usually is my favorite month, I guess, besides Christmas. I mean, I love the seasons. I totally love all the different seasons, right? Well, except for summer. But then again, that has its own joy, too, because... the kids are off, and I don't have to worry about school, and normally we try to find those moments to hang out with friends, and my backyard is usually all decked out. I have all my patio furniture out, and I have, the grass is growing back in because I'm constantly watering, and the kids have a playhouse, or, playhouse type thing with the swing and the slides, but they're now, 9 and 14. So the playhouse is becoming more storage for when, the off-season... for my, my pillows and stuff. Because we have a lot of pillows. All kinds of pillows. Oh, look, that's working out beautifully. Yay, those would be great little pockets. Now, they are pretty skinny. So we might have to make something, or we just leave it and let them, whoever gets this, decide, what they may want to stick in there. Maybe it's... See, now I wish I made tags. I make stamps, but I don't make, those cute tickets. And I guess I'm going to have to get into that. I guess I'm going to have to make a sheet of tickets. I know one of my favorites, my Porch Prince, just did a whole vintage, ticket sheet, and I'm like, oh, I guess I better look into that. I haven't done tickets yet. I haven't done the ticket thing yet. I've done the sort of stamp look. Stamps within my ephemera when I do a kit, but I haven't done the whole ticket thing, which I sort of started with these guys with the whole cut corners, Maybe I did one set of tags. I mean, one set of tickets. No, I really haven't. So anyway, I guess I better work on that. That might be my new little add-on. Okay, so let's glue those down. So yeah, they have this, they love the swing still, though. My 9-year-old still adores that. The 14-year-old is like, yeah, Mom, it sort of moves when I do this. I'm like, yeah, I know. I can't even get on it either, really. I can lightly sit on it and, like, sort of swing, like, sway. So we're, like, debating, like, maybe we're getting to that point where, like, we need to, like, reinforce the swing set. And I want to I've seen people turn their swing sets into, like, hammocks. And you take the knots where the swings would be, and you put those, like, the large wicker, like, discs with the cushions in them, and you turn them into more adult, like, adult sway benches things, and you just sort of sit there and sort of sway in the breeze, and a little hammocky, whatever. So I'm, like, so tempted, because it's like, it's in the ground and it's there, and it'd be weird. I mean, I'm so used to we've had a swing set, and then we had the swing set with a tree house, which is 2 stories. So we're sort of used to that. I don't know what I would do without it. And it's right behind the tree, and so it's just part of the decor. I'm like, I don't know what I would do without it. It'd be so weird. But it would be sort of cool to see if we could find a way to reinforce the bottom A-frame and be able to, like, turn it into more, adult and teenage enjoyment. So that would be great when the kids are just totally done. Though taking off the slide would be really good, because that does get in the way. And you just get up in and out of the treehouse from, like, the other side, which we were joking at one point, like, we would revamp the treehouse part, the downstairs, upstairs, into, like, a chicken coop or something. Because it's totally, like, there's a door, and there's windows, but there's an opening behind the wall. The sort of, what do? You go up with stairs, or you go up with, like, a ladder, or you go up a rock wall. So behind those rock wall and stuff, it's pretty much open, so another way to get in. Okay, so we've got that. I don't know if I'll do anything else. I'm trying to if I find more scraps as we go along, I'll probably add more paper to that, though it is totally crooked, but that's me. Okay, so I am now going, well, it seems so plain. I can't do plain. I have a hard time with plain. But I don't over decorate either. I have a hard time with that too, because I don't think I have a lot of product. I still don't have a lot of supplies in hand. And so sometimes I'm just like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? So I can do that. Keep it light and creamy. Doesn't have to be, like, stand out. And the whole sepia thing, I've been really trying to keep not very little color from it, but I don't want to, like, I mean, this is, like, the brightest thing we've put out there, right? And even then I'm like, okay, wait, I need to, like, maybe, bring it down a little bit. Because I like the white and bright. Like, I have no problem with that, but this is such a creamy, like, kit. Very neutral for the most part, minus, a few glimpses of color, which I don't mind that. I don't mind a little, pop here and there. But it is a sepia journal set, so I'm trying to keep it that way. So what if I took the edge off and I just did this little loopy-de-loop up? Or I just cut that up. What do you think, guys? Right? I wish you could answer me. This is what I was trying to avoid, but that's okay. Yeah, and I had this one, but it's just so neutral. Not neutral, it's very naturey. It's a lot heavier than everything else we're working in. And I'm like, yeah, no. Gotta be careful, I'm knocking into all my design work over here. That's okay. I sort of semi-sticky this stuff down so I didn't, like, forget what I wanted to do with it. Right. Okay, or do I want it to stand out? See, I don't know. I just get tired of putting paper on top of paper. It's sort of my problem. I'm like, that's all I have. I have plenty of paper, scraps, and cutouts, and things. And I'm running low on anything else. That's sort of pretty, though. I do like that for a contrast. And I could cut it down the middle so there's not a lot. And it's just that little bit of fluff done up the side. I know I saw, I'm watching one of my favorite ladies, and she just put lace on the edges of all her papers. And so maybe we'll put some lace on a couple of the pages, some of the inside pages. Maybe we'll put some lace, because I can't do that. I'm running out of room on these guys. We put lace on the tops of these, right? But maybe what I'll do is we'll do some rows of lace down the edges of the other papers to give some dimension. It's one of my favorite looks, especially if you have really decorative sort of scalloped lace pieces where it is very fun to look at, and it's just a great addition to the papers and the pages. I sort of like the white. I really do. I don't want to block her, but yeah, I like that actually a little more white touch. Since we do have that delicate white in one of the papers, I can do this slightly off white and not be like, oh my gosh, it's bright white. Alright, so we'll put this aside for the moment. Okay, and I was going to cut it in half so that we didn't have the extra, because we are with tags narrow, so we cannot, which reminds me, which one is this going in here? No, this goes in the other one. I always worry, I'm so worried that we've done these things and we did not leave enough space. Oh, front cover, boo. That we didn't leave enough space, and that I'm going to go to put the tag, the hole punches in, and it's just going to be a bad thing. No, we still have room. That's right, we did narrow this down somehow. Okay, so we have that. You know, we've got, I do want to make that sort of lay over. So yeah, we can't really let that stick out too far because it'll just get in the way of the hinges. So I'm going to love it up here and love it wrapped around. Oh, I'm so in love with that. Okay, so it's always confirming, right? So let's flatten this out so I don't accidentally glue it together. All right, let's make sure we're doing okay. Oh, good. Yeah, I can see my tape, so I know that we're definitely in tone. Yeah, I had to put washi tape down in 2 spots so that I did not go crazy and go up and over. All right, I know better. I'm trying to cut fabric-y type stuff with non-fabric scissors. Sorry, guys. Oh, I do luckily have a fabric project going on the other side of my kit, or on the other side of my table. So this is all easily accessible right now. Yeah, I'm working on this. I just finished 2 digital kits. One you got to see on Tuesday was Mother's Victorian Rose Journal Kit and Collection. There's a whole, horde of things that we are now, oops, I always do that too, that are out there for anybody who loves roses and is thinking about Mother's Day already, which I know I'm having to do the same thing, going, I better get on that. And so we have that kit, and then I created another kit right behind it, and that will be out in about a week or so. And that one is also very Victorian, but a different direction. So I'm all excited about that. I don't know. You'll get that bonus video reveal next week, because I have a feeling I'm gonna give about a week between the two. I can't help it. I mean, once it's created, I cannot wait to share with you guys. I hate putting it off for any reason. And I'm like, even if I release like 2 or 3 kits to you guys at once, if that's what happens, like I need to space it out a little bit so I get a break. So in between, I'm like, okay, I know I have one to put out, so I don't have to create something this week, which is where I'm coming up to. I mean, but I have a third one right behind it. Like, I am ready to start on Friday, tomorrow, to start prepping for another kit, another digital kit. I am ready to start gathering, and I have ideas for another kit, because we are in spring and there's in flowers, and so I do want to do a nice little sort of setup where I get enough kits out there for you guys. That way I'm just creating little things, and I can sort of do some actual journaling. I mean, I have like I said, I still have a whole spring journal to work on, using a lot of previous elements and new elements that I've designed with the digital stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I really like that. Oh my gosh, there we go. That's just that little bit that helped. Oh, I wish I had pale pink. I don't have pale pink. Nope. I do have pale pink charms, like rocks, which I put on something else I made, and I was like, oh, that's a little hard. It was a little weird on the bottom. I think I put pale pink rocks on a Valentine thing, of all things, right? So a second, hold on. Yeah. Oh, see, the only thing with this one is because it's a weird material, I wonder if I need to tie it instead of, I was trying to loop it through, but because it's like got this interesting, let's do this differently. I'm going to tie it. Since we do have the reinforcements, it's not as if I'm going to rip right through it. I think I'm sort of going to do this. It's really weird because it does have that sort of frayed look in between the tassels. And it's not. It's just a thinner strip of yarn. Let's try that instead. I was like, I'm doing the other way and I feel like I just keep pulling it out. So that way maybe I have a little more something on it. It is weird. It does. I don't know whether to do it the front one. I have it in the back middle so that it's not in the way. But I don't know. It's like it's out of the way, but then you don't know if it exists, huh? Decisions as usual. But anyway. Okay, so there's that, right? Here's our cute. Do we need to do that corner? I'm gonna hear one of my children, I think, getting food. At least I hope that's what that is. At least I hope that's what that is, right? All right. It's probably what, close to 10:30. Oh, 10:15. So yeah, one of them might be getting there. Oh, it's Wednesday. So yeah, well, sorry. I record on Wednesday for your Thursday, so for us it's an early day at school. So yeah, they're on break already. Okay, so we have that little planer, but you have that, and then you have that. So okay, I think we're there. Let's see what other pieces I end up with as we go along, because as I'm doing this and I get scraps and stuff, I may find something that I want to layer up. But I do like that a lot better than what we had originally, just by itself. And so that looks really, inviting and interesting there. And then we have the paper clip really does help keep that sort of everything in place, which was my biggest worry. And then there you go. So there's your front cover. There's our front cover to our book with our paper clip. We'll have the 2 holes in there. Open it up, and you'll be able to take the paper clip off and open up your little notebook tag that's inside. Okay, that is decorated. So I think we are still getting there. Okay, really quickly, I think I'm just doing the really quick stuff. And I guess the next question is, do I put a green or a yellow? I am debating because we see a little bit of both. Like we see a little bit of yellow in her dress. We see a little bit of green up here. I'm liking the green accents. The card has, the tag behind it has all kinds of little bit of everything. We have a little bit of blue. We have the green. So maybe we'll stick to the green color. And I found this little bow. So hopefully, maybe that'll go up in there. Ooh, maybe I have something over there. Okay, so let's start with the green, but I am going to distress it because this is on bright white paper. This is from that, as you see, Spring Butterfly Kit. And these are great for layering. In this case, though, I'm just going to keep it flat because it does get... Oh, this is the outside button. Ooh, I don't know if that's too big. I don't want to, overtake anything, but, I wonder if... I don't want to take away from what it is, but no, I think that might work. Ooh, maybe we are layering it. Okay, so we are going to try to... Right, we're doing it flat because, but we are going to antique these up because this is not a white, like I said, not much white. If I do it now, then it's really easy for me to just, when I cut it, I don't have to try to get around it. I will distress around the edges of both of them once I'm done. My printer left a line. That is really weird, but it's going to be layered, so. But I love all the colors. I mean, I've already used the pink. I used one set of green already. And so yeah, these are going to be a continuous enjoyment for the spring set. And a lot of these colors actually will go for my next book. So, not worried about that. This might allow, I don't know if I want to go, well, it is the inside cover, so we could do it. It might allow me to, oops, oh, that's right. What's the wording? Put some beads down the body of the second butterfly to give it some more dimension. So, yeah, curves are not my thing. They used to be. Okay, so hopefully this hour doesn't go by too quickly. I am trying to work not as fast as I can because I don't want to run you through it, but I did want you guys to see what I'm up to, and I'm glad I sort of, like I said, brainstormed what I wanted to do so that I could just get to it. And here, I'm way off the camera, aren't I? Now that seeing me cut out a butterfly is a lot exciting, right? Just trying to do that. That part I didn't do because I wasn't sure what one to do yet. That was something I wasn't sure about last night, so I didn't cut them out ahead of time. And I didn't want to distress both of them and find out I didn't want to do both of them. I didn't want to do, say, oh, what if I do the green and one of the yellow, or I just, decided, well, no, I want a yellow, and here I distress the green, and so, yeah, that's alright. That is a little bit of the journal with me, right? You have to fussy cut sometimes. We have to do the work. At least I was very glad I did all the small embellishments. I did fussy cut that before the last video because it's been made that very easy to just grab what I have, see the actual size, to add layers to things, which I love layering paper. I don't have a problem with that. I'm totally stoked when it comes to layering papers, if I have enough to work with. But like I just realized, yeah, I needed to print the piano paper sheet. And I am starting to itch to do the inside pages of this book. I am really starting to itch to do that. But then I like go, okay, well then I do the inside pages, and then what am I going to decorate those with? I might have to print a couple of new sheets. That might be what it comes down to. I need to print new sheets of embellishments because, you know, I don't know how I want to pocket them. I don't know if I want to make more cards. I have the spring kit, but those cards are so bright. And I love that. I mean, that's the whole point. I love that. I love my spring bunny kit. It is absolutely, I mean, I think it's gorgeous. I love it. It's very springy. And yeah, it leads to Easter. Sorry. Like I said, I love March. March is my favorite month, I think. One, it's my birthday month. Two, it is the hint of spring. You know, it means spring is right around the corner. Daylight savings is not always the top-notch reason for that month, but I don't know. We do start getting more hours in the day, and yeah, maybe we get a little more done. At first in the morning, it's funny because it's dark when I wake up, and it's like, what the heck is this? So weird. We get an extra hour in the day, but yet at first we have like it's darker in the morning. It's funny. But I don't know. I get into just before spring comes around, and it looks like the rain's gonna stop maybe, and you know, I want to start putting my patio together. Don't like the weeds. Don't care for the weeds. Though we haven't had a lot of rain this year, so there isn't as much weeds in my yard as I would have thought. Though I am having to start watering my front yard and my backyard because, at least the grass, because we haven't had a lot of rain. So I'm a little bummed about that. We have been very short on rain. So I'm putting on this side because remember we had to put the holes on that side, so I didn't want to get in the way. But we're going to lay that totally flat, which I think that's pretty. And then we'll do this one with some stuff. So I do go and to each side of the body, I sort of put an indent and fold it because that's what I'm gluing down is mostly just the body on this one to give you that, to do the 2-dimension thing. So that is what I do personally. And then, you know, I mean, I can do it to both of them if I really want this puppy to stand out and look like it's flying. But it's hard on a paper because you don't want to take a chance of like bending back a wing if you folded something forward or backwards wrong. So I try to put the first layer flat and then the second layer, you know, gets the dimension. And this one too, because it overlaps in a couple places, definitely needs the glitter glue. I don't think just glue stick will work. Plus it's so small, trying to get it all covered, you end up, like I said, ripping something. Okay, as you can tell, my cuts are not great. So I'm going to glue this this way. I'm going to glue it here instead of trying to get glue on the little itty bitty side. And we're going to do, and these are great because surprisingly, the body of the little one, the whole body and head of the little one, like lays perfectly as the body to the big one. So you still have this body and head. If I cut a little closer to it, it actually, like, you can't see the line. Of course, I'm going to do a better job. But like I said, I think I'm going to put a silver, or maybe I'll just put a pearl right where the head would be. And so you don't really know. So see, I have my little dimension. It is the back cover, so we can do that. Let me find my beads. Oh, so I'm thinking, yeah, we'll do the white head to keep to this. These pearls, I'm going to run out. Oh my gosh. I know. I think we found these at Dollar Tree. I know they're recollections, but no, they might have been Michael's. Oh, gonna have to do a run soon. I know. I'm like, I only go out ever so often. I try not to do too much shopping because it's not cheap to have it delivered. But if I get enough stuff, then I don't mind so much. It's like, well, okay, yeah. Probably gas would have been cheaper, but I don't always want to go out, so I try to go out as little as possible. I get to go out this weekend locally, get my hair done finally. I've had it done, funny part, yeah, almost exactly to the day. A year ago, got my hair done. I was getting rid of my red and went like neutral brown, my ash blonde / neutral light brown, and blonde, of course. So I was doing the two ordeals, and but trying to get rid of the red doing it, so that was fun. And then we all came down, the whole COVID thing hit. So then I didn't get back in until July when we had our first or second, ability to get into the hair salons. And literally I got my hair done that Saturday, and Monday our governor shut us down again. And so shut down the hair salons again. And we're like, what the heck? After that, of course, we made a very big fuss, and the hair ladies were able to come back until the fall and winter. And then, I'm afraid they got shut down again. It's just too many cases here in California. So not their fault, just too many cases. And so I again squeaked by that one. I was like, oh my gosh, which I just added more, blonde in my hair, but I haven't had a cut. And it's not the coloring right now. I just haven't had it cut since July, and it has grown. And it's just like, oh, this is so annoying. Luckily I'm naturally curly hair, so I can go that direction, but blow drying it is like absolutely useless. So, okay, so we've got that, right? So now let's get the tag that goes in it. We're just going to knock these out, people. We're going to get all these little elements done so that feel like we have something completed, right? Now, the number set on this one is, I think it's just one of my number sets, a natural vintage. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'll have to mark it and see what the number set I used is. But it has these large, like, creamy tones with sort of the embossed, embellished like feel, like it's raised a little bit, but I didn't quite cut it right. But these do fit in a 1/2 inch circle punch, so that you can sort of time it or place it right and do it. So now here's the fun part. I didn't want to go all the way down, so I'm going to find a piece of paper that is completely scrappy and block where I don't want it to go. We're going to line this baby up so that in case, let's see, right about here, because I was debating on what, right about here. I wouldn't mind if it happened to lay over. Okay, hold on. And I'm like, wait. If it happened to hit the kindness definition embellishment, I wouldn't mind if it overlapped a little bit. So, yeah, let me get this glued down then. Like, wait a minute. Let's see where I want these two to be. Oh. And then I was going to stamp first, but no, I think I want to. All right, let's at least glue that one down. So yeah, I'm all stoked that I get to get my hair cut back up, because I love the length. I don't have a problem with it, but I was doing asymmetrical, so like my right side's shorter than my left. And even though it's grown out, it's just a little bit shorter. But it's noticeable, like when I go to pull my hair up or something, I have long streaks and I have short or long strands and short strands. It doesn't go up evenly, and then, yeah, I don't know, it's getting to where it's noticeable that my right side is shorter than my left, but not in a good way. But not in a good way. Of course, I'm going to get it colored, because while I'm at it, I'm like, who knows how long it's going to be, and I don't want to do this, trying to get it all neutraled out for right now. I did notice, though, after this new season of school, I've gained a couple gray hairs, finally. I'm very blessed it doesn't come out. I don't have silvery hair coming out of my scalp everywhere. I just get these strands. I follow after my dad. And, but the fact that I have them, I sort of blame my oldest for that one. I go, it's your fault I have these. They're all your fault. We had some lovely 8th grade, teenage school issues, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're just gonna, you're gonna be the end of me, as we always say, right? And she's gonna drive me insane, girl. And but I mean, it's what it is, right? We're parents, and it's what we do. Oh, love it. Okay, it didn't quite hit it, but it's just right there-ish, and it ends there because I did that thing. So all right, well, that worked. And this little piece of paper I'm playing with is actually something I glued together for a Happy Planner corner, and it didn't work, but I will definitely use it later. But this will be something will be glued onto it. I don't think it'll fit anything, but yeah, I debate. It's a little taupey for what we're doing with splits of pink. So who knows if I'll end up reusing it, but okay. So yeah, I always forget that I have stamps and I need to use them. I bought them when I was doing my botanical digital kit. I thought, oh, those will look great on there, and they will. They'll get used heavily. But I thought it was a nice little set of lace or something. Put something else up the side. Okay, so look, voila. That one is done to go with this one, and it's the back. So It has a fun, oh gosh, that's the back, so it's this side, yeah. I'm trying to put everything in place so we're like, we go to start working on it. So there's that, so you pull it up and see what's on it. Till it's sort of journaly. I know it's still my fun. Who knows? I might cover that. Still haven't decided. We'll have to see whether I'm going to put something of more. This thing is so full. What else I'm going to put on? I mean, it can be heavy, so I'm wondering if it's going to need lace here just to hide the fact that the weird job I did was interesting. Okay, but everything here I feel is decorated. It's been distressed. It's, you know, it doesn't need, this one by itself doesn't need anything. We just did a little decor to the pocket, and the thing is distressed. So, and our tag is ready to go. So we've got kind on this one, and I'm putting blossom on that one, and we put delight, I think, on one of the other pages. So, oh yeah, on the middle section. Okay, so then, yeah, the middle section, we did the word delight, right? So, okay, so let's work on this tag to get that done. And then the four went up to 5 now. Woohoo, look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I just love the fact it's just so, I don't know, it's so cool. Now, that's where we could put lace, we were talking about that stuff where I could put the lace in the end here. So it's, the lace is behind all of this. I'll have to let me look at that real quick. Oh my god, oh, wait. I don't know how deep to go, and the white definitely might be, let's see, something. I got a couple here. I mean, I had the bigger pieces of lace, but I want something that I know that's sort of bordery so that we know it has a little more substance to it. But I don't know how, that might be too light. But then again, see, so we could do that and let it stick out a little bit. But, sorry, I'm off camera on it, but how far in do I want to go with it? I could, see, that's why I did. I want to cut it, there's no point cutting it smaller. So I do have, here, I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm a dork. See, here I'm playing with it, and I see that is, hopefully those won't get caught. Okay, so what if, so on this end, I know that it covers up our interesting back. It doesn't cover too much at the front, so that it's really only peeking out. Just peeking out a little bit. It's not a huge thing that's peeking out. We'll see. It's a thought. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not in love with it, but we'll see what I decide to do with those other pages. If I find out that I've got a theme and I want them all this, well, you don't ever want them the same. You want your laces like different shapes, different textures and stuff like that, so it makes for a wonderful I know it's very eye-catching, and it's conversational, and it's got dimension when we do different ones. And I have others, but they're a little, I feel like they're wide, that they're really big. So I don't know how much I wanted to stick out. So we have to debate. Because that one, even on the edge, really sticks out. And that might be too heavy for this middle section. But on a single paper that we really reinforce, it may be great. So we still have to do the inside of this, but I haven't decided, you know, what yet to do. And that's sort of a problem. I may be decorating it after we hole punch it to decide. So I may have to wait to see what this ends up being. Okay, so let's get the tag done for that one. And put this back in its sort of organized direction. So this is our tag for this one. I'm going to sort of cut the corners to mimic the tag, which is a problem because I do not cut these the same angle. You would think I could. No. I do that with the tags. I have the same problem when I make them from scratch. I do it, and I saw the trick where you grab the corner you just cut, and you flip it over, and you put it on the other side. And I always somehow, because when I cut it, it drops down, and I put it the wrong direction. I always get the wrong angle and totally cut it the wrong way. So then I have to fix the other side. It's like, what? Because you can't fold the tag in half, right? If you could fold the tag in half and match it up like you do like with hearts, it would be great. But you can't do that with a tag. You don't want the fold mark. Unless you're purposely like putting washi down the middle and I don't know what else. Like if you're totally like decorating the whole tag and you're not really going to notice the fold, but that's not the case. All right, let's see. These are definitely being distressed, which is awesome. I love it. Where we have that little, we do have sort of that botanical. We already have this one here, so why not put the other two there? And again, I just ran it through. I almost want to put that bead on there. It's just like the tape stuff left over from the other half of the tea bag. So this one, I might just glue gun, or glue stick, glue gun. Yeah, that will put it down. Put it down super good, right? Let's see here what we get. Doesn't really matter which one goes which. I just have to make sure the tag is somewhat out of the way. Ooh, no, actually that sort of works. Oh, love it. Okay. Oh, that's cute because then we just see the gold. Not so much the writing, but we see the gold, and I love that because it makes it a whole new element. I know. We go through spurts of tea. My kids, surprisingly, well, not my little one, my teenager will actually go through moments where she wants her peppermint or her chamomile, which of course I can't complain with. I mean, there's a little bit of caffeine, but actually some of them aren't. The chamomile doesn't have any caffeine because it's chamomile, and the peppermint is pure, so it's like not, there's no caffeine in it. But we went to London, our first anniversary. We went to London, so we got to do tea the British way, with the milk and the, whatever. And we got stuck on it. We came home and tried to give up coffee I wasn't a huge coffee fan, but I was working, was I working nights at that time? No, I was still working days at that time. So I didn't need coffee. And so we became tea. Even my hubby was like, let's try to do tea. Like, it's going to be so much healthier. And so I'm wondering if pink is going to be my minor accent to this thing because of the girls and stuff. And so I think I so want to add this itty bitty. See if I can find a small one, but then I have to try to clean out I have a pale one. I wonder if I can get it in there. Hard part is that I'm going to have to clean out that corner, or clean off that end, and then see if I can get it through. Yes, we went to London, our first anniversary, and which was huge for us. I mean, we were single, or not single, but no kids yet. And that was an awesome trip. We didn't get to do everything. I mean, we were there for 10 days, but we still didn't get to everything. And we were like, okay, we'll have to come back, and then kids and work and stuff like that, but we still want to go back. I guess when both kids are old enough, and though I don't have much more time, I really only have about 4 more years, and then my oldest will be going off to a trade school for her animation, so she's somewhat taken after her mother. She's big into sketching. She's got the drawing talent that I had when I was younger, but I didn't keep it going. I mean, I went through high school. I took drawing classes and ceramics and all that good stuff. But after that, I got I became more digital. So, actually went to business first, and then went, I don't want that stress. Never mind. And changed to graphics. I was like, I love artwork. I love the world. I love the arts, and I've always been around my mom, who's done a lot of marketing and for small at-home businesses, and she at one point she had a consulting business for marketing and business startup. So I thought, well, why did I go into graphics and computer graphics, and which was still pretty new at the time. Let's see, does that work? Oh, that does work. Okay, look at that. Isn't that cute? And it's just light enough, and it's not super, but that way this piece doesn't feel like it's going to fall out. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love when things like the simplest things, right, come together, and you're just like, isn't that cute? And I could even do it to where one flap is like one string can go back and one string can go forward. Does make it sort of a bookmarky, like charm things. We got to keep it on the outside again. We have that, and it just adds another layer to this, which is so cute. And if we want more, like we don't want it there, we could put it on the inside to give this a really cute, like I could do it this way. It doesn't have to be on the outside, and they open it and they see this. And that's actually really cute. So maybe we can play off that. Oh, I like that idea too. Right, so either way it flips. These guys are cute. They're pretty. They're pale. Oh, okay. Love it. Can go either way though. So, okay. Look at that. The 5 pieces are decorated. Oh, almost. Okay, they're all decorated except for the fact my last tag for sure to put in that pocket. So here's what we were thinking. I have the card left over from the Piles of Paragraph as her base, right, to keep it nice and firm. And it's what you did, so I'm going to actually carefully, so I did start collaging sort of what I thought I wanted things and where I wanted things. Of course, it didn't quite hold, and I hate to take it all down, but we're going to lightly, that's why I have that sort of round sticky stuff so here was the thought process. We have the green on the paper. We have the bunny and one of my scallop tags. This is go towards the top. I've got that. So I have little things to distress, and then the paper was just going to overlap a little bit. So now it gets trimmed off, and what's left over may use for the top of the tag. But to be on the safe side, want to distress the tag, so whatever shows front and back isn't creamy. And when I'm all done cutting it, I will also distress the edges so that it doesn't have anything. But we're gonna definitely need to distress the back because now it's a writing card, right? It's a journal spot, and it's, I don't know, I love the look of the distressed edges for something to journal on, right? Okay, so we've got this. That's good. Front and back. I don't know. Now I was debating on trimming that down a little bit, but I will know once I put it on there. If I lay it down, if I need to distress it. So I know this one definitely everything needs that distressed look if I can help it. So one, because you want to hide the white paper printouts, and then two, it just helps with everything. Now, not everything will be distressed, I don't think. I think parts of me doesn't want to distress like some things because I want that contrast, but there we go. Sometimes I like distressing even like the avocado paper I'm going to use a little bit on the ends, even though, I mean, it's not, it's actual paper, but it gives it a little bit of dimension. So I think we're just going to start laying this out and see what happens. Okay, the glue, my dear, the glue. And actually, some of this stuff, the base pieces, oh, I need to fix stuff. Oh, shoot. I have a feeling I might have to pause this. I just realized my, ooh, I like that idea. I know it's upside down, but you're not going to see all of it. I like the sort of distressed edge there. Okay. Did I do that? Did I do that in an angle? Right? No, I don't know. Oh, no. This is where I have to sort of put things in place so I don't forget. And I don't think it's going to be a full-size tag. I definitely think I did it to everything was layered, but not... Oh, goodness. Okay. I wanted to make sure that everything was covered. I didn't really want to see the cream in the background. And that one's going to get covered, so you're not going to see it. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. All right. So, but I know that did not, I'm probably over to one side a little bit, aren't I? Sorry. I'm almost middle. Okay. Something like that, huh? And I lied. I think this one's going to get distressed. I lied. I won't distress the white part, but I think I'm going to distress the edges that you're going to see. Because I'm like, nope. Can't help myself. Okay. So let's see if I can get this where I want it to be. So I know where to put the green, because I know it's all underneath the green and the stuff. So let's try that. This is what we'll... Alright, I don't know. So when you put it all down perfectly, and then you're like, oh, I have to go back and glue that down and not miss this spot. That's why I sometimes will start gluing, like, oh god, once that glues down, it's like over with. I start gluing like pieces together. So like I go, okay, well that lines up with that, then I know that goes there. I know that goes there if I'm lining up that. And this is not a big deal to have all of it covered in any kind of glue or glitter. Glitter. Eek. This is where I have to go back though. And make sure I don't bring it up too high or too low, because I don't want to have that gap that I'm trying to distress or something, which can be very annoying. Fur. I hear my cat's meowing. I'm not sure what that's about. Hopefully my cat did not make another mess all over the floor. Got a cat that's getting pretty old. She's 16. We've had her since she was like 8 weeks old. And she has a chronic, like I guess, a chronic, bladder? Kidney. Doctor told me back in August, like, she's not going to make it another month. These numbers are terrible. That was August, mid-August. Here we are, coming up on March. Thought for sure over the summer or over the winter that it would probably be the end of it. No, she's still kicking. I know I sound so sad about that, right? She's still kicking. And it's not that I'm sad. I'm not like, oh my god, I can't believe she's still here. Oh, go away. No, it's not that. It's just always like keeping an eye on her and making sure she's okay. And I wonder if that little piece, of course I distressed it the other side, but I like the idea of that being sort of, but then I was going to put this on the bottom. Nope, I was going to put that at the bottom corner where it was at an angle with the, it was up and down, but it was at an angle with the greenery. Alright, so here we are. Not a lot, just a little decor. I'm going to take that one off the page. I like the fact that it's sort of ripped and scalloped up there. So I hate to like lose that. I'm like, I sort of like that part. So what if we do it that way? So this is where I go, okay, well wait, let me adjust. What do we think? Maybe? Keep it up. Oh, I love things. I love things at an angle. Oh my gosh, I am terrible at this. I'm not terrible. I'm constantly put it at an angle, put it at an angle. But if this is at an angle, then I don't need that at an angle. And then, but it was sort of helping cover. See, this is what happened. I didn't take a picture. Oh, I did take a picture. I want you to go look. I took a picture. Oh, I can't take a picture. I can't look at the picture. I'm on my phone. I record on my phone. Oh my goodness, how frustrating is that? I took a picture like of it all laid out for you guys, like so as my Instagram, whatever. Trying to see what I was doing. Yeah, and I like that. So I guess we're gonna do that, and maybe I'll just make that a little smaller. Okay, start gluing before I change my mind again. You know, and like someone just recently said, very wisely, you know, there's no right or wrong way to do anything. There is no like I mean, there are certain set in stone basic things like sets of 3 or you know, contrast, or there are some basic art elements, right, that we probably should adhere to. But at the same time, you're keeping it for you, you do what makes you happy. If you are selling it though, I guess you think a little bit about what it is and how it goes about. But again, if you love it and you are confident that it came out really well, then it shows, right? It shows in your work, it shows in your listings, and there is just so much confidence behind it that you go, you know what, I did it to my best, I did a great job. It really, you know, it did what I wanted to do, or it portrayed what I wanted to portray, and it shows, you know, when we do what we want and love what we do, it shows. And so, like I said, I'm not any expert. I have not been doing this for very long, but I have been creating art and graphics and for some time. Goodness gracious, yeah, I've been at this since I was doing in the graphic business. You know, I went to school. By the time I was 19, I was going to school for the design, and then, you know, oops, sorry guys, try not to. And then, you know, I've been doing newspapers and magazines and small business, and now I'm on to the junk journal world, and right, so all kinds of fun stuff. All right, but yeah, don't ever do something that you feel you have to do a certain way or need to do a certain way. It should be, you know, if you're going to design it, especially for yourself, please enjoy every moment of it and do what looks good for you. Do what makes you happy. I'm just one person doing one thing and debating if that's, you know, works the best. And me and my so-called can't cut straight. Just a little bit. Don't need a lot of excess on this one, because I don't need a really big thing to cover anything with. I just thought the number was cool, since this kit was actually inspired by someone, and so the number has a significance. So I thought I'd use it. Though again, of course, it's not somebody. This may be something I don't keep, but that doesn't mean the number may not have a meaning to someone else. So I like using important years, dates, and yearly dates that are of importance in my numbers, because I'm, you know, if I have a reference to that. So does someone else. There's bound to be somebody. Okay, so here we're going. And I know it doesn't go to the top. We are definitely not in that direction. But now what I was debating on was trying to figure out which way to sort of top this tag with the wording, and then where, how, and where to do it. Because right now it's just sitting here. It's just right there, right? And the tag will get cut, but it has to have something back there. I need, do I do that with this, like overlap it? And then that way when I cut the corners. Is that what I want? And I think I'm out of that newspaper print. Yeah, I don't think I have. Well, I have the green. What do I have? I just don't know how obvious I wanted to make it. Do I just want to do the thin line? Just do green and totally cut all that. Just do green and then cut off what I need. So it's just green on top. Shoot, I didn't do that right, did I? Not that I did it wrong, don't get me wrong. It's just, I'm trying to find something of a topper that when I trim the tag, I don't feel like it is a stop and start. I'm definitely cutting it right along this. Like, I don't want a lot of this to show no matter what I put up here. I've got to find a swatch. I was gonna, yeah, see, I was gonna do, that makes for a very, definitely gonna find that line, but that makes it for a very right there. Unless I don't. Here I was gonna put the word on it, but maybe not. Maybe that's what's throwing me. Maybe I just trim the corners and make it a really short tag, or not at all. Maybe we just make it a card. Why am I trying to make it a tag, right? Maybe I don't need to make it a tag. Let's see. I have a card in the other one, so why am I trying to put a tag in this one, right? I have a card in the other thing. I just don't know if it's going to stick up enough. Oh yeah, when I put it in here, it's gonna, oh god, this one's super tight. Whew. But it will stick out as a card. You will see it. And maybe we'll just corner it. Okay. See, I'm trying to make something that I don't need to make. But all these pieces do not go to waste. Every little scrap I hold on to, I can't help it. But we could, once we have it cut. Oh, that'd be, oh, is that too much? Is that just one thing too much? But then again, I love the dimension on it. And it's not going to get in the way. Alright, so let's... Okay, and then we are going to cut, I think I'm going to cut the corners. We're going to keep to that little thing. Maybe, even if, I know, I'm still cutting corners. But I'm going to do it on all four. So you see, you cut the corner, and you flip it around. I always wonder, I try to do exactly what it has, which has to be that way. So this time I know I have it the right direction. I think that's the other problem, is it also slips out of my hands. It's like, See, it always looks like I do it deeper. Every time. I don't know what it is. I don't get it. I cut this corner, and I flip it around, and I put it over here, and it lines up. Maybe it's just that left side. Maybe it's just my perspective, like because there's nothing over here, it has issues. So then I would go to the bottom and do the same thing, crossing my fingers left and right. All right, well. See, yeah, it has such a huge gap. That is so weird. Hold on. All right, let's not do this wrong. You flip it over so it goes to the other side. Oh, goodness, right. At least that's supposed to be the idea, but maybe I'm doing backwards. Who knows? But we're going to stick with it. You make a mistake, you keep doing it. No one knows the difference if it's repetitive. It looks like it's on purpose, right? All right. And that's just a little detour. But I love that. Oh my gosh, right? All right, and let's glue I'm committing. We are gluing this on. And we're going to make it work. Because I just think it's adorable. I can always trim it up a little bit if I need to. All right, let's get that to see if we can get that to stick. It's pretty forgiving, but... Oh, that came out so cute. And then I have this left over, which is great. And I was debating on backing one of these to make it a little more sustainable, like a little more. And maybe I'll trim off these edges and we'll border it on this distress to border distress and make it that cream. right? Let's just do this so I have it to fill the next slot I need. No, I probably shouldn't have, but sometimes, yeah, you have the decorative and you just don't need it and you do something else. So I'm letting that dry. Let's distress this. We're going to get a little something extra created for a moment. Now I had the white lace to make the top, or the white lace ribbon to do, satin ribbon to do this with. And I'm double checking because I just worried there for a second. You know, to do the top of the tag, but we didn't do tag, we did card. So we're going to do this. We're going to glue it up. I'm going to trim it, and then we're going to distress that, and maybe so we have another little card distressed ready to go. All right, let's see. We'll do that a different way. We're going to go put the cute little card. All right, so yeah, the tags are in the front and back. The cards are in the middle. Oh, let's do distress the top because we did cut it. See, all my cuts. I got to just re-distress all my cuts because now they're not distressed anymore. Oh, there we go. That is so cute. I wonder if I should cut it, but I think so. I think I'm going to leave it. Bug somebody else, they can trim it off. How's that? Plus it sticks out and over, so then it, see, that's what worries me. I just realized, see, it's going to be on this side, so over. Yeah, it'll work. Whew, right there. There we go. Look at that. Super simple. We got the backing, and I'm leaving the edges on that one because I like the roughness of it. So hole punches are here, and it shouldn't get in the way. I will make sure I will pull all these things out before I do the grommets, so I don't put a hole right through these things and then grommet it and like have it stuck in there. That would be so sad. Oh my gosh. But look at that. Okay. So tags in the front and back, tag in the middle section with a card. The two inside pages have cards. We're getting there. I know, somewhat symmetrical. The back, it does have tags and cards. The middle has tags and cards. The front has a tag, but has pockets with, ooh, I don't know. I don't think this will fit because it's the same size. I don't think it'll fit on those front pockets. And the pockets in the tag, though. And I think it's, well, maybe. We'll see. I'm making it. I have no clue where it's going to go yet. I just know that I figured, well, while we were at it and I had the scrap, I was going to put it to good use. Okay, we'll trim the bottom and distress it. Haha, now I'm trying to eyeball the sucker. Yeah, I have a thing about borders, and if you're going to border something, try to do it as evenly as possible. I do these diamond paintings, and it just drives me insane when I have to frame it on something that isn't evenly framed all the way around. Oh my gosh. Where you have like only like half an inch on the sides, but you have like 2 inches on the top, or vice versa. It just, it bugs me. Which is hard because these diamond paintings do not have like standard sizes. They're all over the board, and finding frames for them is, it's been a little trying. I've paid a little bit more money than I'd like, but when it has glass and it keeps these diamond paintings, it's pretty much a paint by number with these little drills. You want them to be covered and taken care of, so you'll pay the money because you paid the money for the kit itself. Jeez, but it's a fun pastime. I have a lot of pastimes. I crochet, I diamond paint, I read. I was doing the adult coloring for a while, which wouldn't be bad to get back to. But okay, so we have this ready to go when we need it. Okay, so got everything I needed done. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we're at 1 hour and 3 minutes. Oh, okay, guys. Well, sorry about the little extra, but if I can, I'll trim it off somewhere. But hey, so we've got these 5 pieces all done, right? They're decorated. They have something in their pockets that we decided to use the bunnies for. Those things in the pockets are decorated. In the middle section that we created last week is finished. At least for the most part, the decorative inserts are done. And we'll see as the pages come along what we do with the inside of this, right? Again, we're still waiting to do the whole grommet thing. So, okay, well then I guess we will work on the actual inserted pages next week. And maybe get this to a point where we can actually go, okay, I have all my pages. They're all cut ready to go. And we can grommet it and be done with it. And I may not put you through that hell. We'll see. Maybe I'll show you quickly how a page goes. And then I will put it all back together and show you the final product for a flip through. So, but we'll do one more video for you guys as we decide how to fill in between with pages and, nice solid things to keep us a very stout ringed mini journal. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. This is Jolene again with AJeweldDesign. Thank you so much for watching on my Sepia mini journal creations. And we'll talk to you next week with new kits and more work on this lovely journal. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.